So let's begin with standing. In your A frame, but not too wide, not too narrow. I mean, there's all sorts of different stances. To be honest, stand in a way that feels comfortable for you, but not with your feet right together, because that's sort of destabilizing. You want to have a good foundation. You want to be feeling strong in your connection to the earth. And just letting yourself still into the now moment. The choice that you've given yourself to be here on the live today or on replay. And because we're always busy doing when we're awake, generally, when we come into stillness, all the energy that's being created by our system can actually be active in the de-stressing, in the reducing inflammation, in the calming us down. So standing still is actually a way of powering yourself up. And notice as you surrender to this, that you start releasing tension in muscles, shoulders relax, fingers are soft. Let your jaw relax as well. Maybe there are a few circles of your jaw. And then let it hang, but let your lips stay together, and place the tip of your tongue somewhere between the back of your front teeth and the roof of your mouth. It'll be a little nestling place there. And this helps to create a bridge between the back energy channel that travels up the spine, over the top of the head, down through the third eye, and then internally down the center line. So you need it to bridge the gap of your throat. And tune into the rhythm of your breath, watching the air gliding in and out of your body. And each time you breathe out, you let go a little bit more down into the ground, down into the earth. And you may get the sense that you're dropping roots down through the soles of your feet, down through the floor, down into the many layers of the earth. Anchoring yourself, but also opening the discharge channels. And feeling your ankles and your knees soften. You might even feel a little bit of bounce in here. You all know you're shaking. So imagine that sense of that you're not stuck in this position, that you can move, you can shake a bit, you can rock a little bit, and then you come back in to center. In fact, I think we'll do a bit of rocking. I need to keep my eye on the time though. I'll do that, not you. This is a timeless zone for you. So notice how your hips feel. Can you let them find a neutral place to kind of hang in? So they're not super tucked and they're not sticking out, they're hanging. And that your tailbone, your coccyx, has got a, imagine it has a plumb line on it, like a fisherman's weight. It's just drawing your spine down towards the earth by way of elongating it, creating space in between the vertebrae. You also feel yourself being drawn up from your crown by a very long hair or a silken thread, up through the ceiling, through the sky, and up to the stars. And imagine it locking on to a star that is just conveniently directly above you, way out there in the universe. Soften your belly And let your breath find its own rhythm of ease and flow as you acknowledge that you're a child of the earth and also of the cosmos. And the more we let ourselves connect down into the earth, the more grounded we are, the more the spiritual energy can come through us and activate our hearts and our actions and our words. Feel your system clearing just as you stand here, down into the earth, like composting deep, deep, deep into the earth, right into the center of the earth. Let it burn off any of that detritus that is just ready to go out of you. So when the moon is full, the energies are high, right? I don't need to tell you that. We're just acknowledging the fact that there's a lot of cosmic energy going on at the moment. And the moon energy is very feminine, it's very yin. It also connects with the water within us. So as we stand here, we let all the water within us settle, because water left to its own devices will find the lowest point. So as you stand here, that sense of settling in each and every one of your cells just lets you tune into that reality. You are settling right in your cells. But because the moon energy is very high, we can gather this. So we do this by activating our chi spheres and letting our chi spheres be white or silver, like the moon. So just as we're contemplating that, I want you to imagine your energy center, your dantian, 2 fingers width down from the navel, 2 fingers width in. There's a little white sphere of light right in the center, like a pinprick, like a star. That's what it is, your star right in the center of you. And this is your center of balance and the place that you can feel stillness. And in fact is the only place in the universe that you can, because everything else is moving around this place, your dantian, your elixir field in your belly, your white light star. And with the rhythm of your breath, let yourself move, rock backwards and forwards. Let your star guide you. As you explore the parameters of your balance backwards and forwards. You can only do this if you have bent knees, not overly bent, but obviously not locked. And whatever breathing rhythm you're doing, I'm going to invite you to breathe in as you come back and breathe out as you press down forwards. And as you come forwards, let yourself press down into the earth. Let's do this using the counts of 3. So we breathe in for 3. We pause for 3. We breathe out for 3. Pressing down into the earth, and we pause for 3. We breathe in for 3. Pause for 3. Breathe out for 3. Another pause for 3. So one more time with your own counting. And then bring yourself back to a place of center. You may like to do this by just rocking a little bit to let your center star find that place of balance that doesn't feel forwards or back or side to side. It's just centered, balanced. It's your sweet spot. Notice how you feel here. It's the feeling of being here that will invite you back again and again. This is an incredibly powerful place to let yourself settle in. You may sense as you focus on your starry center that you're feeling, that you're feeling the chi activating you in some way. You might find that your arms are feeling tingly or your hands. You may feel that they're slightly rising. You may feel you're sinking even more into the earth or lengthening up to the stars. Maybe you're aware of the back of you broadening as you sit in your Wu Chi stance. Soften into the strength and power of the earth resonating through your bones so that you can let go of tensions that just want to leave the system. And just to help that, a simple clearing form. Now I know we did last week pretty thoroughly. Welcome to go back over that again and again. But to prepare us for our moon chi, let's just do the great wheel of chi, which is so much can go on here. Let's use it this time as a clearing form. So this is the one where you're sinking in, you're opening your palms into the chi field. Let's say hello to one another here. Our chi sisters and brothers, wherever you are, we are connected here in the quantum field. Okay, palms facing up. We're drawing up the energy of the earth, raising it up to meet the cosmic chi. Now when the hands come up, try and let the shoulders stay down so the shoulders don't come up. Oop, I've gone off screen. And the palms do this at the top. And then you're going to clear down. So you're gathering the cosmic chi and the earthly chi, and they're merging in this white light of cleansing as it comes all the way down through your internal system as well as your external. Feel this sweeping cleanse of light. And when you get to the bottom of your torso, imagine that cleansing also continuing down both of your legs, down through your feet, and then streaming like a river of moonlight down into the earth. And that way you're gifting cosmic energy to the earth as well. We'll do that another couple of times. Let's lift up. Let's gather the moonlight here, yeah? the refreshing white moonlight. Breathing it down. You can take as many breaths as you want as you just tune into the speed that you need to do this, or the slowness, should I say. Cleansing down through layers within you. Washing you clean. Easing you through. Bringing you vitality. Gentle vitality afterwards. Pressing down the legs. Through the feet. And your river of moonlight into the earth. One more time. Let's breathe in. Gather the moon chi, the light, the silvery moon, and let it wash and cleanse you all the way down the back of you, as well as the front and the inside. And this time the hands are going to land at the dantian. For us women, our right hand goes on first. For any chaps involved in this, it's your left one. And I want you to cross your Nei Gongs, that's your center palm chakras, so that they cross over and then go over your dantian star, and let everything settle. And yes, you can do this movement in the moonlight when it's up in the sky, of course. But the moon is out somewhere around the world. We're just here in the UK. Well, I am. So we're settling in to the power of the lunar chi. We've already invited it in to cleanse us. We've connected with the star of light at the center of our belly. And now underneath your hands, I want you to imagine that there's a globe of white light around that bright star. And that globe of light is silvery white. It's you receiving the lunar chi deep inside of your belly. Softening your belly, you may even like to rub it so that you encourage yourself to own this place of power within you. You may notice that by inviting in this cleansing orb, that you're getting flows of discharge down the back of your legs, down the side of your legs. With anything that is not in alignment with this higher vibration, this purity, this clarity, is just easily leaving. You're receiving a new matrix for the new decade, and our Qigong helps us to be clear channels to do just that. Owning it in your belly, feeling, you may feel the movement of the breath under your hands. And I bet most of you have your eyes closed now, as indeed I do. When our eyes close, we go very yin, we go very internal, and we resource the chi. We don't expand it. However, I want to describe what's going to happen next, but you may want to check in, or it may be just enough to go with what I'm suggesting. So with the rhythm of your breath and the connection with your orb inside, your star at the center, powering you up. I mean, this in itself is immense. We're going to play with this. I'm getting really hot here. Anyone else getting hot? Don't answer me that now. Just remember that root down into the earth, the cleansing quality of the lunar chi flowing through you with a coolness and a smoothness and a kindness and a compassion. So as you breathe in, feeling the movement under your palms. And breathing out, feeling the movement under your palms. When you breathe in, start to let your palms come off your body. And then as you breathe out, they come back towards the body, but they don't quite touch it anymore. You may sink a little into the earth here. When you breathe in, palms are floating away. They're still crossed, but they're floating away, extending the chi, rising up slightly. And then as you breathe out, you sink down and the palms come back towards the body, but they don't touch it anymore. You're still very much in touch with the Dantian, of course. We're extending the energy. We're encouraging this elixir field to increase. The rhythm of the breath, breathing in and extending, breathing out, coming in. I'm just going to do a sideways shot of this, if anybody has got their eyes open. Working with the rhythm of your breath. Yeah. Got it. Good. So you will find that there'll come a time when the hands just do release and part. And they find a place to steady in the holding the ball in the lower position. Notice that because you've reached that through the breath and that ease, that there's a lightness here. It's like a bouncing, so you're not fixed or stuck. Shoulders are relaxed, elbows are soft, forearms are, wrists are easy, fingers are soft. Thumbs don't stick up, thumbs just relax. And the images of holding the moon in front of your belly here, with its soft, iridescent glow, as a hologram of the one inside of you. It's very easy to get absorbed with this and taking our minds down to the front of us here and being amazed by the sensations and what you're being shown, or in the peacefulness, the whatever. We're all different. But I'd just like to invite you also to remember the back of you. So the back door to the Dantian, because this energy field goes all the way around you. It's not just in front of you. And so the base of the spine, the lumbar vertebra, we have a powerful point called the Ming Men on sort of lumbar 3-4. And as you're breathing in and out of your sphere here now, I'd like you to breathe into your lower back as well as into the front. So you're breathing into the whole pelvis. Yes. A couple more times. So when you activate your energy like this, you may be sensing and feeling it here, but it's actually activated all the way around you. When we fill ourselves up from the inside in this lower dantian, when that is replete and full, it activates the middle dantian at the heart. We could bring in the connection with the golden sun at the heart. More of a yang energy. It's a very yang energy. But the gold of exquisiteness and connectivity. And when we fill up the heart from the support of the belly, and this activates the third eye, our upper dantian, being aware of these three powerful centers at the same time harmonizes you deeply. Let's bring the starry light into the third eye. We have the moonlight in the belly, sunlight in the heart, and stars in our mind. Filling yourself up with this potent energy that will be stored in your rechargeable battery unit in your belly, or your moon in your belly, harvesting the chi, gathering it, storing it for later. But when we fill up like this, and there's a lot of energy rolling around us now, it's an idea to roll it round us. So let's go back to that movement of the great wheel of Qi, and this time using it as a circulating movement. So the palms open again. We tune in with one another again. Hello, my starry sisters and brothers. So this time, as we raise the energy up at the side, let's imagine that pathway of light up the center of your back, the center of your spine, that goes all the way over the top of your head and then down the front when we come down the front, and then round the corner and back up again. So this is circulating the chi through the heavenly circuit, or the microcosmic orbit, sometimes known as. This helps to harmonize everything within us. So 3 rounds of this. So tuning in with the chi at your Ming Men, a little bubble of light there begins to rise up as your hands rise up. The back of your neck, over the back of your head, to your crown, the Ba Hui point. The hands come down. Bubble of light travels over your forehead, down through your third eye, back of your nose to the tip of your tongue, and down the front of your body, center line, creating a stream of light or tuning in with it all the way down through the front doors of the dantian, down round the pelvis, genitals, perineum, up into the coccyx, base of the spine. There we go again, rising up. and coming down the center line of the front. Now around the corner one more time, rising up. And back down. Back into your crossed hands at your dantian as you gather all that qi into your system, let everything consolidate into that. Look how bright your moon and your star in your belly is now. And there's rivers of qi up the spine and down the front that will then serve the meridian lines and activate you throughout your day, or calm you if you're watching this at night. Qi does what you need it to. Remember, it follows what your mind wishes. And just feel any extra energy beaming to the surface of your body now, forming a layer of silvery white qi called Wei Qi. All the way around you. It serves as a protective layer that anything that is not in alignment with your truth cannot penetrate. But all the lovely stuff can and is welcome. So making a wish for yourself here for this new decade, maybe just for today. And then making a wish for somebody you know who could really do with a good wish right now. Breathing into your heart and connecting with theirs. And see them in front of you as your heart opens and sends a stream of golden love and compassion and care towards them. Last week, our prayers for Australia merged with prayers that other people were making, and Australia is now healing. So let us send prayers of peace. So let's take a step into the right foot, open the palms forwards again. So the weight is now in the right leg. We're going to slide the left foot in, the arms come up above, the palms come together. We drop into our hearts. And we send peace around the world by opening our heart palms and seeing sparkles of qi and light and peace possibilities percolating throughout our whole planet, because we can. Thank you. Thank you so much for being part of the second session. I highly advise that you sit now, because that was pretty mega, and let yourself either journal afterwards, but sit for 5 minutes. If you can do a little bit more, that's even better. Well, I'll come back on the thread a bit later and see how you've been. But thank you again so much for participating. I'm going to sit now, so I'll turn this off.